Let's go right now to Joe Scarborough and the panel.
Thank you so much, Chris. Well, Pat Buchanan, the question is, will Wisconsin be remembered as Hillary Clinton's Waterloo?
I don't know. I think she may have some ahead of her, Joe, quite frankly. She's going down to Texas and Ohio and Pennsylvania.
But doesn't this seal the fate, though? I mean, Obama was already tied in Texas in the latest polls. Wisconsin now means that she has to go a couple weeks, losing 10 races in a row. How does she ever get the momentum back?
Look, I've got to agree with you. And look, Ohio is not that far away from Wisconsin in the makeup composition of the electorate. And Obama's almost even with her now down there in Texas in the polls. And I think Pennsylvania is very much like Wisconsin in a lot of ways, heavily Catholic, working class, lower income folks, white males and things. Look, she's on a very bad wicket here, and if it continues, she's going to be gone. I mean, something's got to intercede to stop this momentum. Wisconsin was supposed to be it, Joe. It did not happen.
Eugene, if she can't win a blue-collar state like Wisconsin, why should we believe that she's going to win a blue-collar state like Ohio?
Well, it's the second week in a row that she has lost states that you think of as part of the Democratic base. I realize Wisconsin doesn't always go for the Democrats, but the Democratic voters in Wisconsin are Democratic base voters, blue-collar, ethnic. They're Hillary Clinton voters.
Catholics, working class. It's her voters.
It's clear that Obama has made major inroads into those groups, and in many cases has won those groups. And that's nothing but bad news for Hillary Clinton and for her campaign.
Rachel.
Yeah, if what Nora says about what Hillary Clinton did actually win, then that's not true. I mean, what Nora just said is that Hillary won among Democrats with less than a college education, among Catholics, among seniors. She won with people making less than $50,000 a year, and she won with white women. So, you know what? It may be bad for her that she didn't win. She was also drastically outspent. She had 4 campaign offices in the state as compared to Obama's 11. He was on the air 6 days earlier than her.
She has lost 10 contests in a row.
Yeah.
She's starting to sound like Rudy Giuliani. Wait till Florida.
I know, exactly.
Now it's wait till Texas. But guess what? The polls are showing Obama's caught up to her.
That is the risk, that she's waited too late, that she can't come from behind. But in terms of what we were looking for tonight, harbingers, bellwethers, she did actually do well in some of the places we were saying it mattered.
I'll tell you what, you're looking at that silver lining.
The difference is she won by 2 and 3 points. 1 and 2 and 3 points in those groups. She didn't win by big margins, the big margins that she needed to win by among those groups. In order, frankly, at this point, to be competitive with Obama.
Let's talk about a couple of big issues here. One, negative advertising for Hillary Clinton.
Right.
2, Bill Clinton spiraling further out of control. How much has that hurt Hillary Clinton this past week?
Well, I think it's hurt her some. But look, the point is that Obama did what he did in the Potomac primary. He is moving into Hillary's base.
Those white guys that you said wouldn't come to Obama are coming to Obama.
But here's the fundamental point.
By the way,
McCain
that's
can't
payback
get
time for him making fun of
McCain cannot get Obama's base vote. He can get the vote that Hillary got tonight. Just what you're talking about. Seniors, Catholics, older folks, white women. Those are swing voters. Those are voters who can move in a general election. I'm not saying McCain's going to get them, but McCain can get those folks. The general election is still open from the numbers you've seen tonight. It is Hillary that's got the problem.
But my God, though, Eugene Robinson, the contrast. It was as if John McCain wanted to prove Frank Rich's point that he looked like he was speaking to a country club group. Well, Barack Obama was a rock star. The contrast so striking in those speeches.
There was a big contrast in.
At least they got the Leisure World crowd out from behind him.
Well, no, they did.
Last week.
They did.
It was a definite improvement from last week. Last week was a disaster. It was not a disaster. But seriously, the contrast. You have a young, vigorous candidate who's offering hope and promise, and you have, frankly, an older senator who speaks like a senator and who's offering a grim march with no holiday from history.
But it's
more wars.
Look, he said we got to bring together our military, political, economic resources to fight this war, and then he's smiling at the same time. It seems like he's smiling at the wrong times, and I think in McCain, frankly, he just is not a good speaker. He doesn't move people in the least. And Obama, although I think Obama had a bad night for one reason. Obama's first 15 or 20 minutes, he had that audience. You saw a candidate at the top of his game, And then you saw a guy going on and on and on. Did you notice
Rachel,
the immigration? Did you notice the booing on the immigration?
Yeah.
When Obama talked about a path to citizenship, there are a lot of boos in that crowd.
Well, Rachel, though, let's talk about etiquette.
Yeah.
Some people have suggested that Barack Obama didn't show proper etiquette tonight, but at the same time, maybe he's just tired of Hillary Clinton going out, not conceding, and not congratulating him. Isn't this payback time?
He pulled a Romney. Yeah, in terms, remember Romney and all the Republican primaries would always jump on whenever anybody else was speaking. I mean, I do actually think it's a little bit rude, but I also feel like, are people going to hold that against him? Probably not. I think the most striking thing in the speeches tonight is that John McCain seems to be rehashing all of the themes that Clinton has tried against Obama that haven't worked. I'm against hope. He's the "oh no, you can't" speech, and he's the "I'm really experienced" guy. He's like all of the things that have bombed for Clinton against Obama. McCain is now trying out.
We got to go really quick with it. Does anybody up here believe for a second that Hillary Clinton can come back? Is it over, Gene?
Well,
she needs something's got to interrupt it. A deus ex machina, Joe.
I'm not ready to say it's over yet. It's almost over. I'm not ready to say it's over yet. The Clintons
I wouldn't say it
have
either.
a way of coming back. I don't see what that way is right now. I don't know. But
all right, you know what? They're going to have to bring the shock troops to Denver. Maybe they can hire Pat Buchanan to go out and agitate like he did the streets in Chicago in 1968. Chris and Keith, back to you.
The panel staying with us. And